my New Japan Pro Wrestling Sakura Genesis preview. Show's going to be having on April 1st a 9-match card of the show. Let's start off here with the opening contest between the Bullet Club members here, as we have Bullet Club team of Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi taking on the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. Boy, the Young Bucks opening the pay-per-view. That's obviously with them who they're facing, it's why they're in the opener, but that's a little heartbreaking after they just had that crazy-ass tag match with the Golden Lovers. I highly doubt that Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi are going to beat the Young Bucks here. That would be a shocker and a half, as I do believe the Young Bucks are going to get the win here in this opening tag match. Next tag match, where we have a Chaos versus Suzuki Gun matchup, as the Chaos team of Toriano and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Suzuki Gun, Taichi, and Iizuka. Boy, that Iizuka, huh? They couldn't have thought of anybody else. They couldn't have had Taka Michinoku in this tag match. Listen, I know he's a junior, but Jesus Christ. That Chaos team, in my opinion, is going to get the win. Either Yano's probably going to low blow someone and win. My official prediction there. The Never 6-man title match. The Bullet Club team, the champions of Bad Luck Fale and Grill's Destiny, taking on the Taguchi Japan team of Taguchi, Michael Logan, and Togi Makabe. They have had those 6-man tag belts forever, it feels like. They're a lot longer, probably the longest reign somebody's had with those never open-weight 6-man belts. It's probably about time they drop them. So I'm predicting a title change at Sakura Genesis. I think every single time Bullet Club have a match, this never 6-man title match, I'm just like, it's gonna change. You can never go wrong with it. As then the next match is another 6-man tag match. Hiroshi, Tanahashi, Juice Robinson, David Finlay Jr. taking on the Chaos team of Hiroki Goto, Jay White, and Yoshihashi. I'm assuming something between Jay White and David Finlay is going to happen, with them having a Road to title match in later on in April. So I'm assuming one or the other is going to happen. Either Jay White's going to pin him, or David Finlay Jr. is going to pin him, to build up a little bit more steam for their matchup. As the next matchup on the card, the LIJ versus Suzuki Gun matchup. 6-man tag, Tetsuya Naito, Sonata, and Evil taking on Minoru Suzuki, David Boy Smith Jr., and Lance Archer. So champions on one side, the tag champions on the LIJ side, and the champion Suzuki on the Suzuki Gun side. So that's great. We have a lot of different things you can go through here. This is usually, these 6-man tag bookings, something like this usually happens. It's nice to kind of see that. It won't be a filler one, kind of like the match before it, so it's going to have some value into it. Either way, it's going to be hard to predict what's going to happen. Just, there's so many different variables involved, so many different outcomes that can happen. Definitely a challenge. I'll go with the challenger is going to be a champion. So I'll either say Naito's going to either pin or submit Suzuki, or Davey Boy or Lance is going to pin Sonata or Evil. Probably Evil, since he's coming back from injury. They'll kind of hype up his injury and have him lose coming back. As we have a junior heavyweight tag team title matchup, a 3-way match. A rematch of sorts here, as Suzuki Gun, the champions, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, El Desperado, the champions, of course, taking on LIJ team of Bushi and Hiromu Takahashi, the goddamn Dream Team. Goddamn love them. And Roppongi 3K, Sho and Yo, the former champions. I'm going to go a prediction here with LIJ getting the win and being the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions and making Suzuki Gun a transitional champion. Makes sense to me. Either way, I don't think Roppongi 3K is going to get the belts back, so it's either LIJ or Roppongi 3K are going to get the win, and I'll put my betting on LIJ team, as, of course, Suzuki Gun at the New Beginning show stole the win against Roppongi 3K and LIJ there. So in the next match, we have another title match here. 3 title matches on the card. Will Ospreay the champion, taking on Marty Scurll, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship matchup. Of course, these two no strangers to each other at all. Marty Scurll attacked Will Ospreay from behind at the U.S. show in Strong Style Evolved. So I don't, Will, he beat Marty in that fatal. He got the win and the pin on Marty during that fatal 4-way match at Wrestle Kingdom 12. He's had the belt ever since then. He's had some great matches too. Him and Roman was awesome. Him and Jushin Liger was awesome for the fact that it's fucking Liger, but it was still a good match. I'll say that much. And this match, no difference. Going to be very, very good match here. I believe the last time old Scurll and Ospreay had a match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title in a singles match, Scurll won. So now, see if Ospreay can right that wrong here and get the win. I do think Will Ospreay's going to get the win here and successfully retain his Junior Heavyweight title. As then the co-main event, the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi taking on the Bullet Club, Cody and Hangman Page. This tag match, and of course the build and the heat that Cody's been getting from the crowd, and the Golden Lovers, how just fucking over they are. They are nuclear over right now. The goddamn people love them. They love them. They've been on a hot streak. I don't think they've lost. To my knowledge, I don't think they have in a tag match so far. As, I think that's going to end up. I think it's about time they kind of take a step back. They just had a crazy-ass tag match a few days ago at Strong Style Evolved. It could build up into it with the Bullet Club getting the win here. The Bullet Club team, though, that during the hype up, of course, of Hangman Page and Jay White, Hangman's kind of like, it's all about Cody and Kenny and all this bullshit. I'm just here to be a champion and have my winning streak continue, and he just lost at Strong Style Evolved, so he's got something to prove. He's a little pissed off, his little Hangman Page. Something to behold there. If I had to guess, I think Cody's going to either pin. I don't think he's going to pin Omega, though. That would set up great for a Dominion match in the future, or Wrestling Dutaku, depending on how they want to fast ship it, just depends on what they're doing. Though, I don't think they'll do a singles match. If they do it at Dutaku, the Golden Lovers are going to have like a tag team title match, I'm assuming, at Dominion at the latest. If that is if I had to suggest or had to guess, that's going to happen. If I was, armchair booking it, rather, type of thing. But I wouldn't be surprised also if the Golden Lovers do get the win. I mean, they're over, so it makes sense that they keep on winning. They're the fucking best tag team in the world, arguably. As, makes sense. They keep on winning. I just, think it's time. There's the heels get an up and up here, steal a win or something. As the main event, IWGP Heavyweight Title matchup, the New Japan Cup winner and challenger, Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Kazuchika Okada, the IWGP champion, of course. This match of the night, pretty much a lock. Possibly, the two matches previous could steal it from them, but it's gonna be real hard to. It's gonna be real fucking hard to. As this match is very, with Zack, at the same card last year. He was in a never open weight title match against Goto, and that may have been his first New Japan match. I don't think it was, but it might have been. Now I'm thinking about it. He might have had like one or two matches before then, so it's very few matches before that happened. And as far as his chances in this match, in my opinion, they're very slim. I'd say it's basically like 90% chance Okada's going to win. I highly, highly doubt Zack Sabre Jr. is going to get the win, simply because he's not a New Japan guy. He's got belts from all over the world. He's in Rev Pro, he's in PWG, he's all over the place. He's Zack Sabre Jr. He's in Evolve, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. And I think when you're the IWGP champion, that's a pretty big fucking deal. You're gonna have to be a pure New Japan guy to hold that belt. Don't think there's ever been one, or there's been like an independent guy who's just kind of been all over the world. Because, yeah, they'll have, in the past, they've had IWGP champions show up on different shows. At, during some Noah matches, there might be a tag match, or, DDT. There's been some stuff. Tanahashi's wrestled for DDT before, and stuff like that, and there's times it happens, but it's very, obviously, it's within their kind of a working relationship with another company, whereas this, they've had Rev Pro titles be defended on their shows before, and stuff like that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's highly doubted. Okada is gonna either pass Tanahashi's title defenses, or he's going to get stopped by someone for the, because right now, if he does beat Zack Sabre Jr., which I believe he will, he'll be tied with Tanahashi with 11 defenses. So when that happens, then it's basically like, well, is he going to either lose to Tanahashi, or is he going to pass someone, or pass Tanahashi, depending on where they go from here. I don't think they're going to have a match at Duntaku. Could happen, but I doubt it. I'd say they'll save that for Dominion, if I was a betting man. With Okada, if he does get the win here, which he will, he's going to be in a sweet position, because if Okada wins, and he'll take on whoever it may be at Dominion, then it opens up the G1, because once we get to the G1, I don't have a fucking clue who's going to win that thing. There is so many different variables, so many different people that could possibly win it. There's nobody set in stone. Unlike last year, it was pretty much a lock that Naito's going to win. Whereas this year, it's very different. There's so many different variables that can go into it. As, the chances of, is the guy going to go on to face Okada, or is Okada going to lose in the G1 and then lose his belt at a King of Pro Wrestling, or a Destruction in wherever the hell that Destruction show's going to be in, type of thing. So there's really different variables as far as that. So looking forward, it's still going to be a great match, even though it's predictable. There's nothing wrong with predictability a lot of times in the IWGP title matches, or any, there's Sonata, he didn't have a really good chance of winning it either, but I saw people on Twitter, saw people everywhere, so going like, listen, Sonata's going to win this. I'm like, listen, but I don't want to end your fairy tale or nothing, but he ain't got a fucking chance in hell. Like, we're talking about Kazuchika Okada, the ace, if you will, the champion, the longest reigning IWGP champion, and now going into record-setting defenses. I mean, he ain't going to lose to somebody yet, in my opinion. But if he does, this will elevate Zack to a whole new level. I don't think he has that ability, though, to be that, as far as with the Japanese audience. But I could be wrong. Maybe that could be different once he beats Okada and he's kind of cemented as a top. Because he's not necessarily a top guy, which is fine. I think whoever that could help elevate someone, a guy like Sonata or a guy like Zack Sabre Jr., when you have those kind of guys who are in a stable, but they're not the main guy, they're kind of in that upper mid-card type of range, and it can elevate them. It's happened before in wrestling, it can happen here with the IWGP title, but that's not really, when it's something like that with Japan and the championships, there's really very little time where a big championship is used to just elevate someone. It's very rare. Usually it's given to a guy where it's like, he's now the ace. Like, let's just give it to him, and type of thing. They don't do, very rarely, they do transitional champions and stuff like that with the IWGP title. Though it would make sense having a guy be a transitional champion after Okada loses it, just because he's had such a long-ass reign. It would be, a fresh face, and just, boom, we're right back into another guy, just be something that'd be the complete opposite of what has happened over the past year and a half now. Almost 2 years, we're coming up on it. Dominion 2016 is when this whole thing happened. It'd be the anniversary of the 2-year, pretty much be a 2-year anniversary of him holding the championship Kazuchika Okada when he won it back from Tetsuya Naito. So that's just, that's my opinion on the matter. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the show. I'm gonna enjoy it. The card looks good. A lot of great stuff. There is obviously, it's New Japan, the filler tag matches are gonna happen, but it's an undercard. Japan, New Japan specifically, it's all about the marquee matches. The filler, it's there. It's there. You're not gonna see just random tag match. You're gonna see a tag match. You'll be like, well, that's kind of random. But then you'll see tag matches like that LIJ and Suzuki Gun 6-man tag. Where it's like, well, there's a reason for this. It'd be like, I feel like companies in the United States should use that more. But I don't know. That's just kind of my opinion on the matter. But nonetheless, 3 title matches, probably 2 changes. I'd say 1 definite change. Maybe another possible change, and then really no chance in hell he's gonna lose it. Title matches, as well as the Golden Lovers, of course. God bless them. Hope that theme gets released. Their current theme they're using. That theme is epic as fuck. But I'm sidebarring. I'm sidetracking. Gotta wrap this up. See you guys for the Sakura Genesis